Let's move over to the keys to life. And it's time for the keys to life. And when I say it's time for the keys to life, you say, and if we could do that at another level, when I say it's time for the keys to life, you say, ah, there it is. 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 Today is the 13th. Number one, you may change partners, but never stop dancing. You may change partners, but never stop dancing. One of the things that uh, I've learned about life is that if you have a purpose, not everybody is going to stay with you. Through life, you continue to move forward. You leave a job, you go to another job, you have a friend, that friend lasts for a period of time. Sometimes they last forever. Some things stay, some things don't, but you commit yourself to the purpose. And so when we use this analogy, we use this idea, when you think of something like, there was a time when I was trying to learn how to salsa, and I go to Latin night, and they would teach how to salsa, and I'm in there going, and I'm here, I'm with it, but I'm shy. People don't know I'm shy, but I am shy. And so in the beginning, everybody didn't know how to do it, so that was cool for me, Everybody's learning, so it's good. But then when the class is over, they seemingly have just regular night, and all the professionals come out with the little towel on the side, and they out here moving and gyrating, and they and you like, oh, wait a minute. But I came now. I done came across the bridge. I gotta pay $5 to get back across the bridge. I got my time. I came here to do it. We gonna do it. And then you find somebody that doesn't know as much as and you're dancing with them, and then that person leaves. And then you're like, oh no, that was one song. And now everybody's professional. Because all the sloppy people, they like some of them in, some of them out, but it's more, the women, they know how to do all the moves, and so she like, you got spin and turn, and you sitting there, you stepping on feet and everything. But one of the things that you learn about life is if you're ever going to do anything, if you're ever going to be good at anything, if you're ever going to achieve anything, if you're ever going to have something worth having, it takes practice. It takes determination. You're not going to get it right all the time. You're not. So if they leave, okay, they left. But that doesn't mean you stop dancing. That doesn't mean you stop loving. That doesn't mean you stop trying. That doesn't mean you stop building. That doesn't mean you stop practicing. That doesn't mean you lose one job or you lose one situation. You continue to try, because the best part of you is the work that you put in. You'll never be greater than the work that you produce. That is who you are. What people know about you is either you show up or you don't. What people know about you is either you're good or you're not. You have to understand that. Because if you're not good, then what are we doing? I'm just trying to figure out, like, if you understand what I'm saying? You've got to be on it. Can I give you an example? I'm going to give you an example. James, are you ready? Okay, if you're ready, you're ready. Okay, I'm gonna see how good James is, all right? No, I'm not gonna give him that one, because that one might be too hard for him. Give him this one. If this world were mine, I'd place it at your feet. All that I own. You've been so good to me. If this world were mine. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. You weren't ready because you was going gospel and I didn't go gospel. I'm gonna get you later on. I got a couple for you today. We're gonna run with it. We're running it. You understand? You gotta understand this. Please, please, please understand. Keep this in your mind. You gotta keep moving. You gotta keep loving. You gotta keep working. You gotta keep believing. You gotta keep writing. Somebody doesn't like your writing. Not everybody's gonna like your writing. They said J.K. Rowling got turned down like 15 times. Now it's in every language of her book. I mean, you got to decide that I'm going to keep trying. It doesn't matter what age you are. It matters who you are. You have to know who you are. And you have to know what? Whose you are. You get a new editor, Get a new friend. Start a new conversation. New opportunity. New reputation. New job. And yes, it's difficult to have a new reputation. It is. Trust me, I've been working on it for a very long time. And some people still will acknowledge me as who I used to be. And it is what it is. But there are people that see me now and have seen me before then that say, wow, you really have changed. So your light will shine. It will work. But you have to continue to work it, because nothing works if you don't what? Work it. If I came in here with how I felt and the pills that I took before I got here, then you would be like, dang, this is not going to go well. This service, he's down. I took one of Carrie's cakes, popped that one in there. I'm feeling real on sugar, right? I'm feeling good. I'm popping, I'm ready to go. I got jokes for you. Let's go. Number 2. What was is no longer, and what is will always be temporal. Did you get it? No. Okay. What was is, and is no longer what it was. But it will always be temporal. Okay, I'll write it a different way for you. I did that for a particular reason. Everything that happened will show up now. But everything that is right now is only temporal. It was. What you do now will show up later. Correct. So this becomes this, becomes this. But in the midst of all three of these things, it's all what? Temporal. Meaning it will move on. Here's the key to it. Your good and your wonderful moments don't last. And your horrible moments don't last. So what do? Seize the day. Seize the moment. And in every situation, you take a piece of the good feeling, and you put it away. And you take a piece of that good money, and you put it away. And you take a good picture, and you put it away to remind you during the bad why you're still here, why you're still working, why you're still trusting, why you're still believing, why you're still in it. Because that bad time will not last. But if you make a permanent decision in the bad time, you have construct a future that you do not want. And then trust me, you will have to walk in it someday. And now you're in a situation that you're like, oh my goodness, how did I get here? You know how you got here. You made a decision at a bad moment that was only bad. And if you had to just remember why you're here, why you're doing what you're doing, then you may not quit. You may not give up. It will be hard. You might have a bad day, a bad month, a bad test grade, a bad response, but you will still be in it to win it. You've got to decide that I'm more than just this moment. If you don't get anything else, every moment changes. There's a time and a season for everything under the sun. And if you don't remember that, if you don't pay attention to that, you will not ride the wave. You will get off early, and you will not like the fact that you got off early, because now you're in a situation that you have to fix. Now you're looking at God like, why did this happen? And he's like, you made the decision. You understand? Everybody like, God, why? He's like, because you chose it. I didn't choose it for you. That one wasn't me. That was you. That was you. That wasn't me. I let it happen, but you chose the route. You chose to tell that person you don't need them. You chose to tell that person they can go do this. You chose not to call them and apologize. You chose not to continue and try. You chose not to study to be approved. You chose not to do this. You said, I feel that. And God was like, I never really asked you how you felt about it because you chose to do something that is not about your feelings. You understand what I'm saying? When people get into business and you feel some kind of way about something, business is not for your feelings. When you choose to get married and you feel some type of way about it, you came in this joint trying to fulfill someone else, not yourself. If you came to fulfill yourself, then you should have stayed single because single people get to fulfill themselves all the time. Trust me. I remember that point. I'll leave it there. Listen, all right, number three. Number three. Let me give you this because I didn't say it. Those that are monumentally blessed have someone that works well in their life, or God is working well in their life. They still have hard times. So never look at anybody else. Never focus on anybody else because they will have hard times. You don't always see their hard times. There are people that look at me and be like, wow, you are just blessed and you just have this and you have that, and they don't even understand the pain that I go through. They don't understand the work that I have to put out. They don't understand the change that I have to make. For me to tell you to do something, I've already done it. I don't tell people to do stuff I didn't do. And sometimes I just believe God puts me through some stuff that just so I could tell somebody to do something. Like, God, I don't need that one. But, it is what it is. So what I'm trying to get you to understand is don't look at other people. Don't look at other situations. Don't tell other people about your situation. Look at the Word of God. Open the book. Search the Scripture. What does it say about it? Do what it says. If you don't want to do that, get out of the situation. Stay away and stop complaining because you will not ever get past seasons. So the question is, what do you want to do or what do you want to be in the season? Because you can't get out of seasons. It's just how you live in the season. So if you're in the business, it's one of the things that I appreciate about my brother is we talk about work, and he goes to work, and then I do my business, and he's like, it's cool, because I would never do that, because that all of it runs down on me, and I'm like, yeah, man, really pretty much, because if you don't do this and do this and do this and do this, it's over. And everybody's wondering, where's the food? What's happening? Why are we treating the money and the food this way? Why are we you understand? So what I'm trying to get you to understand is don't look at other people's things. Look at your situation. Look at your season. Work your season as much as you can work what? Your season. Because the season will change. And if you're not prepared for the next season, that is not God's fault. That is where you would call like the little writing. It is not God's fault to be prepared for the next season. Move back. Let me get to my third point. So when we're not ready for it. All right. Third point. If you don't want to be a possibility, don't allow yourself to be visible. If you don't want to be a possibility, don't allow yourself to be visible. Sounds weird, I know. Don't worry, I got you. Some of us put ourselves out there and then don't want to be chosen. We say we can do these things, but we're not sure if we're willing to take the walk. We're not sure if we're willing to take the drive. We're not. You put your mouth out there. You say, if you're not going to do it, stay out the way. If you're not real about it, stay out the way. God, yes to your will and to your way. He says, okay, noted. And then here comes life. And you're like, God, why is this happening? You said yes to my will and yes to my way. It was March 28th, 2014 at 3 p.m. I saw it. Like, you're trying to figure out what's your problem. You're like, I will marry you for better or worse, for sickness and health, blah, 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 more and all that good stuff. And then you're like, well, what is your problem? What is your problem? Well, I don't have any problem, really. Now you're back and forth about some situation when both of y'all decided that we were going to have a great time together forever. And it doesn't mean that you won't have a hard time. What I'm saying is you are stepping up and opening your mouth to things that you are not willing to do the work for. You want a business, but you're not willing to work all day and all night. One of the things that I love about training people to be entrepreneurs, and at least training my children to be entrepreneurs, is to see where their mindset is, where their thought pattern is, who's going to give up, who's going to not give up, who's willing to do it over and work again 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 and work again. Because some fall over to the left, they'll fall over to the right. But if you really, really want to do what you said you're going to do, you're going to still work. You're going to continue to work. And even though it didn't go right, with a bad attitude, you're going to still bake the cake. With a bad attitude, you're still going to do what it takes. And if you started at 2 a.m., you're going to finish at 12 a.m. the next day, then I can work with you. But if you're not really willing to do what it takes, then why are we talking to each other? I need you to realize, go home. Here's some homework. Go home. Write out all your responsibilities, all the things you said yes to, all the things you applied for, all the things you're in, and then ask yourself, am I really giving 150% to them? And do not give yourself an excuse. It's either you are or you aren't, and then you will. Are, aren't, will. Not are, aren't, and I, because my feelings about what it is, because, no. You signed on. Do it. You signed on. Do it. You don't understand. They say stuff like, it's funny, you're talking about striking or punching. They say, you're going to get on the line. I'm going to get off the line. And some of us, if a punch is coming, you got to figure out whether you're going to go this way, you're going to go this way. You got to figure. You are deciding to stay there and let the punch hit you. But you said you want to be in the fight. It doesn't really work well. I promise you it doesn't. You'll see stars. It's not going to work well. You want to win? Get off the line. You want to win? Work. You want to win? Move. You want to win? Win. And those are the keys to life.